It's the battle for New York, or New Jersey for that matter. The Giants and Jets are underway. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
A nice run on first down gets him 6 yards to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll go to Barkley again. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll set up a throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Davis now to return it. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, it's Zach Wilson.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. From the 36, Wilson. Over the middle, complete. That's Hall. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet 1st down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
On 1st down, Wilson. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 35. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And just not enough on the throw there, down around his feet and incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Straight ahead is Hall. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 3rd down, Wilson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
From the 4, this is 2nd down and 1. They give it off here to the tight end. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. They'll run with Hall. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on 1st and goal, and they sent that play backwards.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. This is 3rd and goal. And this Giants defense, they have withstood the test thus far. They'll try to run with Hall. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
And his kick is good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
As the Giants head back out there, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. As of this moment, as pretty much everyone knows, they sit alone in that top spot, but nothing is guaranteed. They haven't even clinched the playoffs, so a good start, but a long way to go.
And you know, a blunt veteran inside their locker room has stood up at one point or another and said, you know all this means nothing so far. We've got to cover this, get it done. What do we want to be? It's like winning a title in August, right, in preseason. Doesn't count. Let's go ahead and get this thing done.
Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now back to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll look to throw again. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. They tried to throw on 2nd down. Unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. third down's important to them, they find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll run it again with Barkley. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So a roughing the passer penalty and an automatic 1st down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
On 4th down, on is Graham Gano for the Giants field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Gano's kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that's the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback. Well, they obviously red man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. From the 38, Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. In their locker room, they've got a sign that says defense wins championships. And Charles, they pointed to that this week, said that has to be us. Looking good early.
I like how you saw that because of the bold letters, right? You saw the emphasis that they place on that and what they believe in. And for them, it's every single snap. So it's not just a matter of getting to the quarterback and knocking the ball free. They're trying to read when that ball's going to come free. As soon as those hands separate to throw the ball, they want to be there and have a chance to knock it out.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2nd and 1. Open man, he's got him. It's Tony for a Giant touchdown. Kadarius Toney with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sand. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the 2nd quarter. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Up the middle with Barkley. It's a 6-yard pickup to get him back to the original line of scrimmage with 3rd down coming up. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Jets will take over. The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a 1-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the 1st down sack. Wilson. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. Now Wilson. There's Hall bringing in another one. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. He's going to look deep for more. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. This time they stay on the ground, and they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, how do we look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Jets? And I can imagine the halftime discussions are about how can we improve the running game. They have not had success so far, and it's reflected on the scoreboard. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they too didn't do a whole lot in terms of rushing efficiency in that first half, as you can tell by the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Taken in at the 3. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26. Well, the Jets head out on offense here to start this 3rd quarter. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the 2nd quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. Finding more on the out route for the completion. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Hall ought to give up the middle. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Wilson. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 38-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Wilson. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Now it's Wilson. He's got the connection to Moore. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 17-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st. I don't know if they talked about it halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a
of his speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Give to Hall running right. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Here's Wilson. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Kayvon Thibodeau. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Now the Jets will call on a field goal unit here. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And this one is right through. And that'll bring him back within 4. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold it. Let's get the ball back for us.
Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. This defense coming out after the half, and if that play's any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They'll look to throw. That'll be caught. It's Tony. It's a pickup of 17 there. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Carl Lawson gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now.
The lessons will continue, but this rookie, he's got to learn how to read situations just a little bit better. That far behind the line, he's got to find a way to get rid of the football and not take the sack, whether it's with his legs or just throwing it away.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for New York. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job.
Hall has it knocked loose. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Throw left side, complete to Tony. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now a play fake here on first down. To Barkley on the check down. And out of bounds right around the 20. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it's second down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
On second down, here's Barkley. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. On third down, Barkley. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Back to throw here. They'll set up the screen to Barkley.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Second and 9 now. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown.
Daniel Bellinger.
A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Giants are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the fourth quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
Gano now to add the extra point. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6. That time a 6-play drive.
And it was finished off with a touchdown by Daniel Bellinger.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
To try again after the sack. Wilson. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Wilson. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker, and it's 4th.
And defensively, they had an extra defensive back on the field, their nickel package, and it made a difference. All the receivers were blanketed, so he tried to run for it, but he came up just a bit short.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
A toss left side for Hall. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Wilson. He finds Corey Davis. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times and 8 chances. This is 3rd and 4. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 46. Throwing is Wilson. Open man is Uzama. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. On 2nd and inches. Wilson looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wilson. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Open man here is Conklin. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down. Now it's Wilson. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. On the ground with a tight end. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the 6. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And now out come the Giants. They can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers, anyone who's going to lay down a block. Don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll go to Barkley again.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 85 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. And the Giants will kneel it here out of the victory formation. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
Charles, in these lower-scoring games, you know it better than anybody. Points are at such a premium, but taking care of the football is king. They played turnover-free from whistle to whistle, and they come through with a victory.
Yeah, and that's what won them the game, because even doing it that way, being that clean partner, they weren't able to really run away with this game. So that tells us just how important it was to make sure you played mistake-free football. That